Best forearm exercises. Let's go. So I'm going to show you the basic exercises which everyone normally does it. So this is the first one, and like the second one, you can adjust in different angles and stretch. You can go forward, you can go back, forth, sideways, and engage those muscles of the forearms, and then backwards. This type of stretch, it's really stretching the deep inside forearm muscles, but make sure, some of people have hand pain, so make sure you do it wisely. And the more backwards you go, the more the stretch you feel. You can use different angles again, different movements. Then you can also, by thumb, you can just close it and make a fist, and then just try to do rock rolls on the sides. And this is a basic stretch which every plancher does, and if you don't do this, you at least gotta do this, because this is the most basic ones. Now we're gonna move to the most advanced ones, but normally you don't do it maybe, or some of you guys do it. So this is for the planche, is that you should obviously stretch before planching, that you can engage those muscles which are used during the planche. And all you have to do is just lean forward, hold, do a couple of holds, and it'll be good to go. Another one is spinning with the forearm. When you spin, it stretches the muscle sideways, and you can also hold the parallel, and you can stretch and squeeze in different muscle places. Another one is that make sure you can stretch your fingers. Stretching your fingers will give you extra strength during the full planche, because some of the muscles might be fatigued or stuck in a place, so you can increase the blood flow. Another is band use. When you use a resistance band, this is enough, and I think this is gonna help you bring blood flow to the forearm muscles. Doing this can guarantee you no injury during full planche, because you have fully warmed up your wrist, your elbow, and your forearm muscles. Those are the most important thing, the elbow and the wrist. Once the wrist is warmed up and the elbows are all warmed up, you are good to go. And these are the exercises which I obviously do after and before workout, because we are literally preparing for the full planche. It's a must to prepare all the ligaments and all the muscles in your body. Now this exercise which I'm going to show you is mostly for the elbow tennis people. If you have elbow tennis, which means a muscle inflammation near the elbow, so this is a good stretch, because when I do this stretch, I really feel pain at the elbow point. And you can also use adjust to hold and get the deep stretch. You can use another hand for deep stretching. You can make a fist, it gives you a more stretch, and you can also open for a light stretch. These are the good stretches for recovering from elbow tennis. If you have, because I obviously do this, and I'm really getting some changes in my injury. It's actually focusing on that area, and that area, the muscle is healing faster than I thought. So basically these exercises which I'm showing you is the external rotation, inwards and outwards, which is good for the shoulder, for the back, and for the elbow joints inside those muscles. They get a good stretch and a good blood flow through inside. And all the exercise above here I'm showing you with the wall are the same with the floor, so you can also do on the floor and you can also do in the wall. Both of them are same. Only thing is that on the floor I think you can add more weight by leaning more forward, and on the floor you can do light stretches. It's not going to give you a deep stretch like doing on the floor. So these are some exercises which are the same exercises which I showed you for the floor, just showing for the people if they want to do on the wall as well. And this is another stretch which increases blood flow through the fingertips till your forearm and the wrist, and this is good for even warming up the elbow joint where it connects the bicep muscle. And as you can see, if you do lean on your two fingers, you're gonna focus on the hands mostly and on the back forearm. So this one stretches this part, and it also stretches your full arm. By making a thumb, by making a fist, you can again do rock rolls, and this is pretty good for your wrist. And you can also do in a push-up type, just to increase the strength in your ligaments, and maybe you can be able to do push-ups. Another one is that holding a parallel and moving it constantly. Make sure when you're moving it, you're using your forearm muscle to move, not moving with force or momentum with the use of your full arm, make sure to move it with only your hand and using the muscle on your forearms. When you do this, you're gonna feel a stretch and you're gonna feel these muscles being used. So it means it's increasing more blood flow to that place where the muscles are connected to the elbow joint ligaments. It's gonna add more blood flow there, and if there is any muscle fiber which is torn near the elbow, it's gonna heal next day. So this exercise is good for an elbow tennis guy. So I basically do this, and it actually warms up the place, and it actually notifies my body that where the muscle is fatigued and where the muscle fibers are torn. And on the next day when I do this, I feel more relieved than before. Another thing is that when you're moving, your wrist is also getting warmed up, and it also increases the flexibility, and it can help you to lean more forward during the full planche. Make sure to adjust your hand beneath the table. Don't do it in air because it's easy to cheat. Make sure you're just moving with your forearms but not using your full arm to move it. Well, so that was the video of the today, and I hope this video might help some of you guys with the forearm issues if you have. These are the exercises which I really do when I need to perform my full planche or straddle planche. Of course, I'm still learning how to full planche, but then I'm trying to go with the caution, you know. I don't need to get injured in any of these moves. So like now, the elbow tennis which I have, which is one of the muscles which are inflamed connecting the joint tendon. So I basically do these exercises and they're pretty helpful. And I'm just letting you know that make sure you stretch your wrists before and after, because injuries are very near when you're learning moves like full planche, one arm planche, elbow planche. So you basically gotta take care of your tendon, and make sure you give more enough time to rest, because a tendon usually takes 6 weeks to get to its best shape. So it's not like a muscle that you fatigue it and then it's gonna be repaired in the next day. So make sure you're training safely, and I hope this video helps, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, subscribe.